What's going on, guys? MVP reviews, entertainment. I'm sorry. I split up my two channels, so I'm still used to saying just MVP reviews. This is MVP reviews entertainment. Today, doing my movie review for the Lego movie sequel, technically called Lego Ninjago. First things off the bat. Okay. This is the worst Lego movie. Between Lego Batman, Lego Ninjago, this one's the worst. However, and this is the however, it's still a pretty good movie. It's still a pretty damn good movie. Okay, we are going to start off first. What I do is I always, if there's more positives than negatives, I will put the positives last. If there's more negatives and positives, like there was for my last movie, which I reviewed, I would do the whatever. You guys know what I mean. Okay, so we're going to start out with the negatives. Okay, now forewarning, spoiler warning. I'm going to do for big movies. I'll do two reviews: a spoiler review and a regular review. For the non-big movies, big movies I mean massive movies, Thor Ragnarok, Justice League, Star Wars, those kind of movies. I'll do big, and I'll do longer reviews with a bunch of different graphics and a whole bunch of that kind of stuff. I'm lazy, so for these reviews, it's mostly me talking. I'll insert a couple videos here or there. So, I mean, whatever. This is my review for Lego Ninjago. We're going to start off with the negatives. Again, spoiler warning. Okay. They went too heavy with the emotion. Now, for most movies, they don't go heavy enough. This movie, they went too heavy. A couple scenes were a bit too long and a bit too heavy on the emotional side. So much so, okay, I can't pronounce some of my words, I do apologize, that a dad who was sitting next to me with his son actually was crying. So, I'd assume that the movie hit incredibly home for him, because this movie is pretty emotional with the dad-son bond. Like, it got to me a little bit. So, and I live with my dad, so there you go. Too heavy on the emotional side. Okay. Also, following that up, even though it has nothing really to do with that, but you have some of the characters. Well, okay. I mean, there's really two main characters with two backup characters, with then the other characters being supporting cast. So there's two main. Okay, one main, one a little bit less, then two others, than the rest. Okay, so some of the character development could have been better. Whatever. It wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't. All the characters were decent. A couple being very good. Okay. Then you got a couple of the laughs weren't great. A couple of the laughs didn't land for me. Of course, this movie is another negative, even though this isn't really a negative for me, but it can be a certain negative for certain other people. This movie's probably the least kid-friendly movie out of the Lego movies. Now, not saying kid-friendly, like, of course kids can definitely go and see this. I'm just saying kids won't understand it as much as the other two. And the other two were pretty difficult to understand, especially the last Batman one. With the whole, God, I'm even really forgetting what the overall theme of that movie was. Batman one was, like, changing yourself, changing your attitude, that kind of stuff. Going with times, learning how to be a family, stuff like that. Okay? So, this movie isn't exactly meant for kids. Okay, now those are my big negatives. With the negatives out of the way, let's get into the positives. Positives of this movie. I gotta go back to the emotion. Yes, they went too far for the emotion in certain times. But in certain times, the emotion of this movie and the laughter with the emotion is pretty solid. Okay. I mean, all the emotion and almost all the humor comes from Gormadon and Lloyd, as I'm going to pronounce it from his point of view. Their interaction is almost awesome in this movie. I laughed the most in this movie. The biggest laugh that I got is probably the laugh which most people probably didn't get, and that was the um here here I'm gonna play some music scrolling through. Please don't beat whatever the song name was. I forget whatever the song name was, and of course it was. That I thought that was so funny. I don't know why. I thought that was so funny, and the song was perfect. Perfect. Two songs they could have played there. Okay, three songs. The song they did, I don't know the name of it. I apologize. I should have looked that up before I started this video. That song was pretty good. Father and Son, the one from Guardians of the Galaxy. The one I thought would have even been better than that, which I'm surprised they didn't do, because it's the one where it even mentions the not their father, and that's Cats in the Cradle. I am actually shocked, because Cats in the Cradle is I believe it's a more famous song. I might be wrong. The song they played I've heard several times, but Cats in the Cradle I feel would have been better there. But still, I thought that part was hysterical, and the whole learning how to throw thing again, funny and emotion. I felt both. I felt funny first, then I felt a little bit emotional, and then I felt funny again in that exact scene where he's throwing him out of toss, you know? My dad and I have a running joke. There's a movie called Vacation where... No, sorry, my bad. It's not Vacation. I'm thinking of Good Talk Son. That's another thing my dad and I have. But the movie is Field of Dreams. The whole you want to have a catch scene. Whenever my dad's busy and we're both home and it's a good day and it's a nice day out, I always go, Dad, you want to have a catch? It's kind of just funny. So I thought that part of this movie was hysterical. Moving on from that and moving on from that whole scene, because I've been on that for too long. Several other laughs. Almost all coming from interactions with Gormadon and Lloyd. His real name's Lloyd. I'm going to say Lloyd because I still think that's funny. Okay. Another good part of this movie is the whole dynamic between the ex-wife and Gormadon. Okay. Another slight negative is everyone knew the movie is predictable. Okay, it is. You knew what was gonna. You knew as soon as he goes on the journey. You know, okay, they'll start to become father and son now, and then you knew he was gonna leave him. You knew he was gonna go back to his evil ways, and then you even more knew that at the end, of course, he was gonna turn it back good. You knew it, but whatever. Slight negative. I always get a little bit annoyed with the excuse me, with those kind of things. Overall, this is a pretty damn solid film. Pretty damn solid film. Not the original Lego movie. It's not that good. It's not as good as the Lego Batman movie. It's just not quite as good. For me, it's in the low 70s. 72, 71, 72. Okay? Which for me is good. Really good, 75 to 80. Great, 80 to 85. Really, really, really great, 85 to 90. Amazing, 90 to 95. And getting to me from a 95 to 100 is almost impossible. I'm one of those people, for those of you who don't know me, well, you wouldn't know me, but for those of you who don't know, I have 6 movies. Sorry. 6 movies that are 100. And you can see which movies those are at the beginning of this video. You can see it because they are the movies that are on my MVP Reviews title page. Those are them. Lawrence of Arabia, Godfather Part 1, Godfather Part 2, Citizen Kane, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King Extended Edition, and The Dark Knight. Those for me are my 6 favorite. Not my 6 favorite movies. There's a difference. The 6 movies I think are masterpieces. Those are the only movies I've ever given a 10 out of 10 to. In this case, in my new system, a 100 out of 100. That's it. That's it. No other movies. And no, I don't think any other movies will. Maybe Maybe, but there's only a couple movies that even have an outside chance of. Movies like Justice League. I mean, Justice League. If Justice League's 100 out of 100, my life would be complete. I could literally keel over. Literally. It won't be. It won't be, but if it is. I'm not saying. If the Justice League is as good as The Dark Knight, I would literally, like, keel over. Okay. Getting completely off subject. The Lego Ninjago movie is really damn good. Okay. I'm sorry, I could go on about all that stuff forever. It's a really damn good movie. Okay. Yeah. Good. It's good. It's good. Okay. So yeah. This is, of course, going to be my entertainment section. Guys, my entertainment stuff. I mentioned this in my review before this one, which, of course, was the Kingsman Golden Circle review, which I thought was a pretty damn bad movie. If you've watched that review, go watch that movie. If not, this is going to be my entertainment channel. Movie reviews, TV shows, TV show talk, every other week, a couple weeks in a row. I'll do movie news shows. I'll also probably do a couple shows throughout the year, because if you guys can't tell, I could go on talking about this stuff forever. So I might do certain things where I just go over my top this, my top that. If you are interested, I do have another channel. It's my collectible channel. I collect DC collectibles through Sideshow, statues. I right now have the most Hot Toys. I have 8 Hot Toys. They're over there in the display, so I'm looking at them. Yeah, because I have 3 Batman vs Superman. No, sorry, 4 Batman vs Superman, 3 Suicide Squad, and 1 Man of Steel. Oh, sorry, 9. I forgot about my Thanos. Thanos is what? You know what? Again, I'm going on ranting, and it's not even the right channel. That's in that channel. You want that stuff? Go to that channel. I will attempt, because I've never done it before, I will attempt to put something like that in the description below. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna be seeing, let's see, American Made comes out this week. I'll probably see that. I do work at a movie theater, so I get a bunch of, okay. I attempted to do this in my other video, and I failed. So I'm gonna show you guys here. My room's an absolute disaster. See all those things over there? There's my Hot Toy collection. All those giant posters over there, those giant poster things, those are actually going to be IMAX posters. So those are going to be the size. Okay, so the IMAX poster is the size of this whole wall. The whole entire thing. So if you guys can see, IMAX posters, that whole thing. So they're massive. So I'm a huge poster guy, I'm a huge movie guy, I'm a huge TV show guy. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, interested in all that fun stuff, go over there. I'll try to put a link in the description. Again, I'm ranting, and I do apologize. This is about the Lego Ninjago movie. The title of this is the Lego Ninjago review. So back to that. Solid film. Solid film. Definitely a better film than the Kingsman Golden Circle. Good emotion, good humor. Too much emotion, yes, but good emotion, good humor, good story, really good animation. I didn't bring that part up, but really good animation. Go see Lego Ninjago. I would recommend it. Your family, your whatever, go see the movie. It's a solid film. It's going to go over kids' heads, especially if they're probably 8 or younger. It'll go over their heads. If they're 10 to 12, they'll probably catch on. They won't catch everything. Everything, I'd say you got to be about literally like 15, 16 years old. But go see this movie. It's a solid film. This has been an MVP Reviews entertainment review for the Lego Ninjago movie. Again, I'm going to go with an official 72 out of 100. Solid film. Go see it. Okay, guys. Peace.